due to knee inflammation. But the Clippers won anyway. The Clippers managed to do just fine without him in game one, never trailing in the ball game, leading by as many thanks to James Harden and Paul George, who combined for 50. Zubac added a career high, playoff high, 20 points, also added 15 rebounds. Mm-hmm. Now, if you tell me the beard, you notice I didn't say James Harden. See, they don't want James Harden to show up. They want the beard to show up.
Right.
If James Harden show up, you going home. As long as the beard shows up,
right,
and plays like this, he was aggressive. He was looking for a shot, but he wasn't too aggressive that he made other players get out of theirs. I love what Ty Lue did early. Ty Lue said, man, y'all ain't got nobody big enough to deal with Big Zoob down low. If you notice, they went to Big Zoob early. That's what they normally do with an Anthony Davis. That's what they normally do with a Joel Embiid or one of these other big guys. But he's like, man, Daniel Gafford, you too light in the backside, bro. You ain't got enough bricks in your back pocket. And Zubac did a number on him early in the ball game. So now we got to send double. We got to send help. Okay, in the process of you sending help, now you're going to leave these shooters open. And they made them pay. But I thought Beard played really well. PG got it going in the fourth quarter. But they knocked down shots, and that's what you have. Terrence Mann knocked down some big shots. There had guys that knocked down big shots. What were they? 50% from the three-point line, Ocho. 18 of 36, 11 of 13 from the foul line. Obviously, they're a jump shooting team, with the exception of, like I said, the only guy that really posts up is Zubac, because Ty Lue felt that they had an advantage with size inside.
Well, hell, goddamn, the Clippers bench outscored the Mavs damn near 20-10. You got James Harden playing out his mind. Kawhi is out with injury. Paul George played well, and obviously Zubac is a mismatch for really basically damn near everybody the Mavs have.
Yep.
Basically,
yep. Gafford is not big enough.
Not big enough.
I like Lively the second. He's smart. He's very athletic. But what's going to happen? I already know what I'm going to get from Kawhi and Luka
when he comes back.
I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get somewhere around 55 to 65 points on a nightly basis.
Right.
What are those other guys going to do? Daniel Jones played 18 minutes, gave me 0 points. Daniel Gafford played 14 minutes, gave me 3 points. PJ Washington, he gave me 11. He normally gives me, probably about 15. I could have used that. But then what did Kleber? 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. He gave me 3 points. Tim Hardaway Jr. gave me 6 points. Lively gave me 3 points. That's not good enough. But those other guys, because look at it. Paul George had 22. Zubac had 20. The Beard had 28. Terrence Mann had 13. Russ came off the bench and gave you 13. You see the balance scoring? Because see, now I'm looking at it. I already know what Kyrie and Luka's going to do. You can see that.
Yeah.
None of you other guys are going to do anything.
They got to step up. Hell, the first half, the Mavs had the worst offense in the first half, and obviously in they playoff history. So if you got to have your supporting cast show up, so Luka and damn Kyrie don't have to be Superman.
Right.
If they don't have to be Superman, everybody else shows up to play ball, they're going to be fine. I still think, obviously, the Clippers have an edge and have an advantage once Kawhi comes back. I like the big three as opposed to their two-headed monster over in Dallas. So if Beard continues to play consistent and shows up, not being James Harden, but shows up being the Beard and playing consistent basketball, I think they have a chance to go pretty damn far in the damn playoffs.
Yeah, you look at them, they shot less than 39% from the field. The Mavericks did. They shot 30% from the three-point line. And that's the thing, because I'm counting on Luka, like I said, 55, somewhere between 55 and 65 on a nightly basis. Can I get, from my other starters, can I get 40? And then can I get another 10, 15 from my bench? Ooh. I don't think that's asking too much.
40?
Yeah, 40 from the other three. That's only 13 points. I mean, PJ Washington, what was PJ Washington? What did he average for the season? I think he averaged about 15.
Well, they got to be on fire. And it's playoff time. It's playoff time too. So, most of the players don't have the confidence to be able to pull the trigger on those shots.
That's why they traded for him.
Let that green light go. It's different. Everybody don't have the green light to just pull it.
Finally, Luka has someone that can tag team along with him.
Yeah.
Kyrie. He's never had that player. He had it for 1 year. He had Jalen Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
We see what Jalen Brunson is doing with his own team in the Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
Now he has a guy in Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Skill beyond skill. 3-level, 3 mid-range, the best finisher. He's the best small person finisher in the history of the league. He's one of the best finishers ever. Either hand, got English up and under, dipsy dude, mid-range. Like I said, you foul him, he go to the foul line. He's going to make 90% of those shots.
Right.
Luka's going to be Luka. He averaged 34, gave you 9 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
He scored or assisted more points, total points than anybody in NBA history.
Right.
So we know what he's going to do. Well, except Wilt. we don't put Wilt in any equation, but we know what Luka they're going to do. But they need PJ Washington. What is PJ? Oh, okay. Ash is looking at 13. So he averaged 13. So he gave you 2. What about Daniel Jones? What did he normally give you? Because they got to get either or Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to have to give you better production off the bench. Yeah, somebody's going to have to come along with Luka and Kyrie, because that's not enough. 2 men are not going to be the team, because that's what the Clippers have. And they play great team ball. Look, Luka's going to get him, but you got to make him get it inefficiently. 11 of 26, 4 of 12. Yeah, he had 33, but it took him 33 shots to get it. I can live with that. I just don't want him to get 33 on 15, 16 shots.
Right.
But I also don't want him. Guess what? And I made him a scorer. He only had 6 assists. See, what Luka gets you is that you allow him to get 35, 40, and he has 13, 15 assists. Mm-hmm. So not only is he getting his, he's allowing other people to get theirs. So if y'all want to play 2-man basketball, if y'all want to go out there and score 65, 70, have at it. But them other 3 and the rest of them ain't getting nothing. And that's the way Ty Lue's going to approach it. Look, we're going to make, we can't stop them. We can't deal with them. Mm-hmm. But let's not let anybody else go crazy. Clippers look good.
They're gonna have, and you know what, that got to be difficult too. And I think about it, I don't know how. I'm thinking about football and coming off the bench and how difficult it is to get into a rhythm or a flow in the game. And think about Tim Hardaway Jr. having to come off the bench, or the bench players in general having to come off the bench and actually it's goddamn difficult to get in the goddamn rhythm.
No, because that's what you do. It's not like you all of a sudden, Ocho, you're a starter. That's what you do. Now, if all of a sudden they say, well, Ocho, we need you to, we're going to hold you out the first 2 series. Right. Now you would have a compelling argument, because that's not what you normally does. This is what Tim Hardaway does. He comes off the bench.
Right. Damn.
There's no excuse, because you're in the exact same role you've always been in.
Right.
Everybody, and that's the thing. That's what you have to do. You have to, and that's what the playoff does. The playoff forces you to at least be who you are. Now, the greats take their play up. They normally increase their points, increase their rebounds or assists. That's what the greats do. We just need, or the team just need, their role players to do the role what they would normally do.
So you think they have a chance as far as the role players, the players off the bench in game 2?
Yeah. If they play like they normally play, this was one of the most clutch teams. Clutch. Last 5 minutes of the ball game within 5 points. That's what clutch is defined as in NBA terms. This was the best, if I'm not mistaken, this was the best clutch team. You can understand why. They got Luka, they got Kyrie.
Yeah.
They put you in the pick and roll. Now they can lob it to Gafford. They can lob it to Lively. So, yeah, I expect the Mavericks to play better. I don't think they're going to go another quarter where they just score 8 points. They scored 8 points in the second quarter, Ocho. So that kind of doomed them, and they were fighting an uphill battle from that point on.
Right.
You score 8 points in a quarter, and you allow a team to have a 26, 27-point lead. Mm-hmm. Now, you saw Kyrie got it going in the third.
Right.
I think he'll probably try to insert himself a little earlier, because Luka got it going early,